And we welcome you to the Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. I'm back here with another NBA2K26 presents another edition of my 2025-2026 season playthrough. We are Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals, featuring the Milwaukee Bucks and the Detroit Pistons. As we look at the starting lineups for Doc Rivers' crew, we have Cole Anthony, Gary Trent Jr. at the guards, Kuzma and Antetokounmpo at the forwards, and Miles Turner at center. And for JB Bickerstaff and his team facing elimination, get Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey at the guards, Asar Thompson and Tobias Harris at the forwards, followed by Jalen Duren at center. It is now or never for the Pistons as we are about to get underway here. The Bucks leading the series 3-0. Can the Bucks move on, or will the Pistons have another game to play? As you see, the Pistons do win the tip here. Jaden Ivey coming around, he'll get the layup. That is good, and that's his first 2 points of the game, and it's 2-0. Look at Jaden Ivey's stats: 17.4 during the regular season, 14.1 in the playoffs, as we have Miles Turner with his first points of the game. We are all tied at 2. Anderson, Hill, and Doris Burke, I believe, is what it says on there, will be the broadcast crew if the game was on, game commentary is on, but it's not. You have me instead. Asar Thompson feeding back over to Jaden Ivey. He'll shoot the three. That is no good. Thompson will get the offensive rebound. Cade Cunningham, we got 10 on the shot clock. 1 minute into the game, we are tied at 2 here. Cunningham, he's coming around the layup. That's good. Cunningham had 40 points in that game in defeat for the Pistons in Game 3. See Giannis over here. Triple-double machine right now. Had 46 points in the Game 3 victory. You see Kuzma will shoot the 2. That is no good. Jalen Duren coming down with the rebound. Feeds it over to Thompson, and Thompson will get his bucket there. That's his first 2 points of the game. And it's 6-2 already. And there's a slam dunk. Antetokounmpo will get his first. Giannis will get his first 2 points there. It's 2 minutes into the game. 6-4 Detroit on top here. Detroit needing a win to stay alive. The Bucks are looking to sweep the Bucks out of the playoffs. Or Pistons out of this round. You see Cade Cunningham with the layup. The lead is back up to 4 again. Here the defense chance right now. You see Gary Trent Jr. back over to Giannis. Giannis going to drive it in there. Layup. That is good. Count it. Tobias Harris called for his first personal foul. First team foul called against the Pistons. Let's look at the line here for the Bucks. They went 3 of 4 from the line in Game 3. Really didn't have to shoot that much at the line as they ran away with that game starting from the second quarter. As we're still a little bit underway here. 9:34 to play in the first. And Giannis will sink it, so that's 5 for him. See Cade Cunningham. Feeds it back over to Tobias Harris. Harris coming around the layup. That's good, and the lead is up to 3. See Tobias Harris averaging 14.3 points a game. And for Harris, that's his first 2 points. Just had a foul the other way around. Giannis coming around the layup. That is good. That is 7 for him. 7 points already for him. 3 minutes into the game. 10-9. The Pistons on top. That shot is off, no good. Miles Turner coming down with the rebound. Feeding it over to Gary Trent Jr. Trent Jr. fishing it over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis feeds it back over to Miles Turner. Turner, he'll put the shot up. That's good. And the Bucks lead for the first time in this game. That's 4 for Miles Turner. Giannis had the assist there. Cunningham. And he'll put the Pistons on top again. That's 6 for Cade Cunningham. Shooting 5 of 6 for the Bucks, 6 of 8 for the Pistons to this point. Giannis coming around. As I said, he has 7 already. 7 of the 11 points. The other 4 going to Miles Turner, and he'll lose it there. Harris will come down with the steal. Feeds it back over to Thompson, and Asar Thompson with the slam dunk, and a lead up to 3 again. Tobias Harris with the assist there. 14-11. Giannis with the layup. That's good. That is 9 for Giannis now. Cunningham, he's coming around. 14 on the shot clock. He'll drive it. He'll put it up. That's good. Lead up to 3 again. That's 8 for Cade Cunningham to this point right now. Kuzma, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Jalen Duren coming down with the rebound. Cunningham feeding it over to Jaden Ivey. Ivey back over to Harris. Harris, that shot is up. That is no good. Turner coming down with the rebound. Cole Anthony crossing the half-court line. Over 5 minutes into the game, 16-13, Detroit on top. Game 4 of this Eastern Conference semifinals. Gary Trent Jr. will miss that one. Jalen Duren coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Jaden Ivey. Ivey feeds it over to Harris, back over to Cunningham. 9 on the shot clock. Cunningham still holding on to it right now. Cunningham. That layup is up. That's good for Cade Cunningham. I believe that is 10 for him already in this game. 18-13, Detroit on top here. 6:13 to play in the first. Giannis with the slam dunk. I believe that's 11. He has 11 of the 15 points so far. Cunningham has 10 of 18 for the Pistons. That shot is up. That's good. That is Tobias Harris for 3. You see Giannis pitching it over to Miles Turner. Turner feeds it back over to Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony finds it over to Kyle Kuzma. The lead up to 6 for the Pistons right now. Their largest so far. Antetokounmpo coming around, and that's 13 for him. 13. 8 of them in mid-range already. Having himself a heck of a first quarter. Lines it over to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham coming around. That is good. He uses that bucket there. That's 12 for Antetokounmpo. Lead up to 6 again as we're under 5 minutes of play here in the first. There's a shot for Kuzma. That's no good. Jalen Duren coming down with the rebound. Back over to Tobias Harris. Harris feeds it back over to Cunningham. Cunningham, he'll put the shot up. That's good. I believe that is now 14 for Cunningham. Cunningham averaging 31.3 points during the conference semifinals. He's at 14 already. He had 40, as I said, in Game 3, the loss. Feeds it back over to Giannis. Giannis will put the bucket up. That's good. And that's 15 for Antetokounmpo on 7 of 7 shooting. The rest of the team only 4 points on 2 of 6. That's actually Miles Turner with the other 4. Pistons on top by 6 again. They led by as many as 8. Cunningham coming around. He'll put the layup in there. That's no good. Cole Anthony called for the first personal foul. First team foul against the Pistons. Or the Bucks, I should say. As Cunningham is going to go to the line shooting 2. He's already at 14. 2 shots for Cunningham. 14 points, Penn 14, and then you have 20 in the paint already, I believe. And there's the first one made. We had some substitutions out on the court. 15 for Cunningham. Let's see here now. We'll get the lineup set here. Cunningham, LeVert is back in the lineup. Stewart checks into the game as well. So Karis LeVert, who has missed most of this season, has not played a single minute in the playoffs. He's back in the lineup, so we'll see how that works for him. See Antetokounmpo. He'll dish it over to Miles Turner, and Turner will miss that one. Jalen Duren coming down with the rebound. The lead up to 8 now for the Lead at 8 now as you see LeVert coming around. And he'll lose it there as Porter Jr. with it. So Kevin Porter Jr. checks into the game, coming off the bench for the Bucks. And he'll quickly get his first 2 points of the game. Kevin Porter Jr. with 11.3 points during the regular season. First 2 points of this game. I see Cunningham with another bucket there. I believe that's 18 for him in this first quarter. I said Kevin Porter Jr. had 8 points in that loss. As Giannis comes around again. That's 17 for him. Yes, 17 for him. I believe Cunningham has 18. And that's going to fall and make that 20. We still got 2.5 minutes to play in the first. He has 20 points already for Cade Cunningham. 20 of the 31. Kevin Porter Jr. still holding on to it. 5 on the shot clock. The lead up to 8. Feeds it over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. Kyle Kuzma. That's his first points of the game. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Cunningham, he'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. Make that 23 for him. 23 of the 34 points and a lead up to 8. Once again, 14 on the shot clock. Kevin Porter Jr. Leads it back over to Porter Jr. He'll shoot it. He'll drain it. Porter Jr. That's 4 for him. Look at that. The Bucks shooting 72%. The Pistons at 83%. Insane numbers even for this part early in the game. 6-point lead. Cunningham, he'll shoot the 3. That's off the back iron. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. And he'll lose it as Isaiah Stewart coming around. Stewart will get his first points off the turnover. His first 2 points of the game, and the lead is up to 8 once again. I believe that has been the largest lead, as we'll have our first timeout of the first quarter. Ooh, I have not said that yet. We're going to take a timeout as well. 55.4 to play in the first. The Pistons lead it by 8. We look at the lineup coming out of the timeout here. Let's see. We got Rollins, Porter Jr., Prince, Portis Jr. Who else for the Pistons now? Let's see here. Cunningham and LeVert stay in. I believe Chaz Lanier's come checking into the game, as well as Duncan Robinson. Get it back over to Ryan Rollins. Rollins feeds it over to Kevin Porter Jr. Smith also checks into the game for the Bucks. Feeds it back to Bobby Portis Jr. Portis Jr. feeds it over to Prince. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. Taurean Prince coming right off the bench. 35 seconds to play in the first. 36-31. Pistons on top. And there's an illegal screen. Or no, out of bounds, actually. Bucks ball. That's kind of interesting. Didn't look like he was out of bounds. Jericho Sims will check in for Smith. And for the Pistons, as you see Porter Jr. taking the inbound. Sasser and Holland check into the game. Porter Jr. with it. 9 on the shot clock now. He's just holding on to it. Very high scoring first quarter. As we're going to see Porter Jr. going to go to the line. As LeVert going to go called for his first personal foul. Second team foul on the Pistons. Kevin Porter Jr. He has 4 points already in this game. I said Porter Jr. had 8 points in all of Game 3. And he'll sink the first one, so that's 5 for him already. Sims will check back in as Portis Jr. will. Livingston checks in as Portis Jr. I think will move to center now. Stewart back into the game. Sinks them both, though, for Porter Jr. That's 6 for him in this first quarter. Shot clock turned off. 3-point lead. LeVert. He'll put the jump shot up. That's good. Karis LeVert. And that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter. The Pistons leading the Bucks 38-33. Pistons want to try to stay alive in this series. They have to do so by winning. Please hit the like button, comment on this video, and subscribe to this channel as we're getting ready to start the second quarter right after this. Setting to start the second quarter here in Detroit as Portis Jr. will inbound it to Rollins. Get it over to Ryan Rollins. Rollins will feed it over to Smith. He checks back into the game as we got Smith. Rollins over there again. 7 on the shot clock. Rollins coming around with the layup. That is good. Ryan Rollins will get his first 2 points of the game. Gets it right up there. LeVert. Got 13 on the shot clock, feeding over to Robinson. He'll shoot the 3. That's off the back iron. No good. Ryan Rollins coming down with the rebound. Rollins feeds it over to Porter Jr. So we got Porter Jr., Rollins, Smith, Taurean Prince, Portis Jr. And that is a lineup set there as we see for the Bucks here. As we see Duncan Robinson call for his first personal foul. Kevin Porter Jr. is going back to the bench. He had 6 points in that first quarter. And he'll make the first one. That's 7 for him already. As I said, he had 8 points all game 3 for Kevin Porter Jr. And he'll miss that one. Stewart coming down with the rebound. Sasser has it. Leads it back over to LeVert. LeVert, that is no good. Taurean Prince coming down with the rebound. Leads it back over to Ryan Rollins, over to Portis Jr. Portis Jr. will shoot the shot. That's no good. LeVert coming down with the rebound, feeding it over to Marcus Sasser. Sasser, jump shot from inside. That's no good. Portis Jr. coming down with the rebound. Leads it over to Taurean Prince. We got 15 on the shot clock. Porter Jr. holding on to it. A minute and a half into the second quarter. 38-36. Pistons on top. Feeds it over to Portis Jr. He'll shoot the 3. Or that was Portis Jr. Never mind. He misses that one as Sasser will come down with the rebound. High scoring first quarter. Pistons don't want to go home yet. They're leading by 2. LeVert feeds it over to Stewart. Stewart back over to Sasser. He has to get the shot up for 3. That is no good. Portis Jr. coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Taurean Prince. Prince coming around with a slam dunk. That's in there. We are tied at 38. Taurean Prince now has 5 points in the game. His first 2 points in the second quarter here. Back over to Duncan Robinson. Robinson feeding over to Klitman, and Klitman will get the bucket. His first 2 points of the game. We'll have a timeout here as well. 40-38, Pistons on top. 9.5 to play until halftime. Coming out of timeout here, let's look at the lineup set here. So we got Anthony, Porter Jr., Trent Jr., Antetokounmpo, and Portis Jr. We'll have a lot of juniors on in Milwaukee. And then we'll have Cunningham, LeVert. I believe that's Ivy into the game as well. As we see Cole Anthony will get the bucket. We're tied at 40 again. That's his first 2 points there. First 2 points for Cole Anthony. Jaden Ivey, he's into their game as well as Asar Thompson. Ivey, he'll put the shot up. That is no good. That's a loose ball foul called against Isaiah Stewart. His first personal foul, first team foul. Antetokounmpo, who had 17 points in that first quarter, feeds it back over to Cole Anthony. Anthony feeds it over to Trent Jr., back over to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo, he'll lose it, and LeVert will come down with the steal. Turned the ball over twice already, I think, and they only had 1 turnover in game 3. Cunningham had a first quarter of the ages of 23. 6 on the shot clock. Cunningham. 3 on the shot clock. He has to get that shot up. That is going to be up. That's no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Giannis feeds it over to Cole Anthony. He'll hit the bucket. That's good. That's 4 for Cole Anthony. And the Bucks are on top by 2. Their first lead is the only part of the first quarter. Is it over to Cole Anthony? Or Cunningham, I should say. Cunningham will get the bucket. That's good. That's 25 for Cade Cunningham. His first points in the second quarter. Shooting 79% from the field right now. As we're over 4 minutes into the second quarter. Tied at 42 here in this Eastern Conference Semifinals series. Cole Anthony with the bucket. 44-42. Bucks on top again. Giannis. Feeds it back over to Jaden Ivey, back over to Stewart. 14 on the shot clock. Back over to Cunningham. Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Cunningham. Coming around. He'll put the shot up. That's no good. Cole Anthony coming down with the rebound. Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. feeding it over to Cole Anthony. 13 on the shot clock. As we got Antetokounmpo as we're 5 minutes into the quarter. Antetokounmpo feeds it over to Cole Anthony. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Portis Jr. coming down with the rebound. He'll hit that in. Count it. Stewart called for his second personal foul. Second team foul. Porter Jr. is going to go to the line, but Portis Jr. is going to go to the line shooting 2. Or shooting 1, I should say. And that is actually Bobby Portis Jr.'s first points of the game. And he'll sink the free throw there. That's 3 points for him, completing the 3-point play there. Portis Jr. had 7 points in game 3. And the lead is up to 5 now. I believe that's a 7-0 run right now for the... 5 unanswered. Never mind. Jalen Duren. There's Cunningham. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. It's like Cunningham with 5 points on 11 of 16 shooting. 1 assist. 13 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. Giannis feeds it back over to Trent Jr. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Stewart coming down with the rebound. Jaden Ivey has it for the Pistons. Ivey feeds it over, and no, Cunningham still holding on to it right now. Cunningham. He's blocked by Antetokounmpo. As Cole Anthony coming down with control of it. Over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Asar Thompson coming down with the rebound. Feeds it over to Cunningham. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. That's 28 for him. Trent Jr. He'll shoot the 3. Gary Trent Jr. His first points of the game. And the lead is up to 5 again. Cunningham. He is coming around. He'll put it up, and that is no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound here. 5 minutes to play until halftime, 50-45. That shot is up. That is no good. Thompson coming down with the rebound. Kyle Kuzma only 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting. All those attempts were from beyond the arc. Jalen Duren coming around. He'll miss that one. Antetokounmpo with it. Feeds it back over to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma back over to Portis Jr. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. Bobby Portis Jr. 6 points. And the lead is up to 8, their largest. Ivey shoots the 3. He'll drain the 3 for Jaden Ivey. He has 5. The deficit down to 5 for the Pistons. You see Cole Anthony coming around, hoping the layup. That's good. Cole Anthony's first points. No, wait a minute. He has 8, I believe, and we'll have a timeout called by the Pistons here. 3:54 to play until halftime. 7-point lead for Milwaukee. We'll be back. As I know that we're coming out of the timeout here, we see Miles Turner checking back into the game for the Bucks, and for the Pistons, we look at the lineup there, and Tobias Harris will check back into the game with under 4 to play until halftime here. At the time of recording of this game, I actually have on the other monitor, we see Cunningham coming around with the layup. That's good. I believe that's 30 for him. Ivy had the assist there. That's 12 assists already for the Pistons. They had 23 in Game 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo finally get over to Cole Anthony. That is no good. Thompson coming down with the rebound. But as I said, we had the real-life Eastern Conference Finals game. As you see, Tobias Harris with the bucket there. That's 7 for him. And that is about to start overtime, actually, at the time of the recording of this game. We'll find out how that game ended up going by the time this game comes out. There's a 3 right there. As there's a slam dunk by Jalen Duren. That's his first 2 points there. I believe that was Cole Anthony that had the 3 there. I could be wrong, though. Turner feeds it back over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2.5 to play here. 58-54. Giannis coming around. That is no good. Tobias Harris coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, I believe, is at 30 points already, if I'm not mistaken. Jalen Duren feeds it back over to Tobias Harris. You got 5 on the shot clock. Harris coming around. That's no good. Kyle Kuzma coming down with the rebound there. 2 minutes to play until halftime. Giannis coming around. Layup. That's good. 21 for him in this. Oh, that's 19 only for him. I thought he was at 21 already. Must have only had 15 in the first quarter. Cunningham, though. 32 for him. Having himself a heck of a first half here. Dish it over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. Kyle Kuzma. His first 3 points of the second quarter. The lead is up to 7. Both teams had leads as much as 8. So down to the final 75 or so seconds in the first half here. There's a 3-point attempt. That is off the back iron. No good. Turner coming down with the rebound. 16 rebounds so far for the Milwaukee Bucks in tonight's game. They actually had a grand total of 48 rebounds in game number 3. But both teams have been shooting on fire so far in this game. I think both teams have to be over 50%. Cole Anthony will shoot the 3. That's off the back iron. Durham will come down with the rebound. Jaden Ivey crossing the half-court line. Ivey, that bucket is no good. Kuzma with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Thompson with the rebound. 9 points for Kyle Kuzma on 3 and 9 shooting. That's no good by Cunningham. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Shot clock is turned off here. 63-56. Bucks on top. Bucks are looking to try to end the series tonight. They had some miss right there. Jeremy will come with the rebound, and that will do it. We are at the end of the first half. The Milwaukee Bucks have a 63-56 lead. We are 1 half away from completing the sweep. How will the second half go? Well, we'll find out here. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, comment on this video. If you want to donate to this channel financially, support me financially, there is a link in the description down below to my Cash App, as well as where you can find me on Instagram and on X. And with that, I'm going to send it to the halftime report. We will see you guys in the second half. getting ready to start the second half here. 63-56. We look at Cade Cunningham right now. His team trailing by 7 right now, but he's been a real bright spot so far. He's been hot. He has 32 points, and we're just getting ready to start the second half here. He does not want his team to go home. Starting the second half here, where the starting lineups for both teams are out. We have Anthony, Trent Jr., Kuzma, Antetokounmpo, and Turner. That was the lineup out there. And for the Pistons, we have Cunningham, Ivy, Thompson, Harris, and Duran. Cole Anthony coming around with a slam dunk. That's in there. Well, he's at 10 points now. And there's a shot by Ivy. He'll shoot the 3. That's his first 3 of this half. I believe he's at 8 now, and the lead down to 6. The Bucks briefly had a 9-point lead. Giannis coming around. He had 19, and make that 21 for him. The lead up to 8 again. Is it over to Jaden Ivey, back over to Cade Cunningham. 32 points, as I mentioned, in that first half. Cunningham coming around. He'll get the layup. That's good. And he's continuing to play really good basketball right now. As I said, he's at 34 now. 23 of those came in the first quarter, but he did sit a whole bunch for that second quarter. Giannis feeds it over. Or no, he'll feed it back over to Turner, back over to Kuzma. 8 on the shot clock, a minute and a half into the third. Kuzma, he'll shoot the 2. He'll miss the 2. Duran coming down with it. Over to Sar Thompson, back over to Harris. Harris with the slam dunk. And the Pistons within 4. I believe that's 9 for him in this game. Gary Trent Jr., 14 on the shot clock, holding on to that one right now as we're 2 minutes into the third quarter. 67-63, Bucks on top. Cole Anthony, he'll miss that one. Jalen Duran coming down with the rebound, finds it over to Thompson. Asar Thompson back over to Tobias Harris. Harris feeds it over to Thompson for the alley-oop. Pistons within 2. 28-46, 20 for the Bucks, 29-47. I believe Asar Thompson now has 6 in the game, scoring-wise. Anthony, he's going to come around. He'll dish it over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Tobias Harris coming with the rebound. They went over to Jaden Ivey. Ivy coming around. That's rejected right there. But Asar Thompson, they still have it as Harris comes back inside. 10 on the shot clock. 8 on the shot clock. Harris coming around. Harris will get the layup up. That is no good. And that's going to be a shot clock violation here. I think Harris passed it up. They got to have better awareness there. No, Harris actually got the shot up, but Miles Turner made sure that block happened. And, of course, when it's a block, if it doesn't touch iron, the shot clock doesn't restart. So that's why we have the shot clock violations. We're over 3 minutes into the third quarter. 2-point lead. Over to Cole Anthony. Anthony, he'll shoot the 3. That is in and out. Jalen Duran coming down with the rebound. Tobias Harris has it here. 18 on the shot clock. Cunningham. He'll put the shot up. That's no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Giannis with it. Dishes over to Gary Trent Jr. 15 on the shot clock. Back over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. 10 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo. He's coming around with the slam dunk. 23 for him. And we'll have our first timeout called in the second half here. We're going to take one as well. 7:59 to play in the third. The Bucks lead it by 4. We look at the field goal percentage for league leaders right now. So we got Miles Turner at 75%, Giannis at 72%. And very quickly, the stats come around, and I hate when that happens. Asar Thompson coming around. He'll inbound it here, 20 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Jalen Duran. Over to Jaden Ivey. Ivy feeds it back over to Cade Cunningham. That was dangerously close to maybe being a backcourt violation. Ivy, he'll put the jump shot up. That's no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. The Bucks leading it by 4. Game 4 this Eastern Conference semifinal series. That simple assist. The Bucks win. They sweep the Pistons. Turner, he'll shoot the 3. He'll make the 3. The lead is up to 7. That's Miles Turner's first 3 points of the half. That's 7 for him in this game. 14 on the shot clock. 7:14 to play in the third. 7-point lead for the Bucks. 5 on the shot clock. They're led by as many as 9. It's Jaden Ivey for 3. That's 6 points for him here in the third quarter. He has 11 in this game. Antetokounmpo, he's coming around. He'll put the shot up. That is good. The lead is up to 6 again. 25 points for him in this game. Cunningham feeds it over to Harris. We got 10 on the shot clock. Harris, rejected by Giannis. Gary Trent Jr. has it now. He's coming around. He'll put the layup. That's good. And the lead is up to 8 again. 5 points for Gary Trent Jr. Feeds it back over to Tobias Harris here for the hustle sets. 4 blocks and 10 fast break points. Harris coming around. And he'll get the layup in there. And the lead down to 6 again. Now 11 points for Tobias Harris. And I believe that might have been stolen by Duran. Harris coming around again. Harris, and he's rejected by Antetokounmpo once again. Giannis getting the blocks into the game. It's been a block party for him. Feeds it back over to Giannis. Back to Kuzma. He'll hit the shot up. That's no good. Thompson coming down with the rebound. Under 5.5 to play here in the third. 6-point lead for the Bucks. Feeds it back over to Cunningham. Feeds it over to Thompson. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Giannis coming down with the rebound for the Bucks. He feeds it over to Turner. Turner with the slam dunk. That's 9 points for Turner, and we're going to have a timeout here. 4:58 to play in the third. The Bucks leading it 78-70. We'll be back. Coming out of timeout here, let's see where the Pistons lineup set will be. It'll be Ivy, LeVert, Thompson, Harris, and Duran. Those are the only lineup changes coming out of the third quarter, or coming out of this timeout here. It's under 5 to play in the third. 78-70. Jaden Ivey. Largest lead for the Bucks was 9. Pistons had an 8-point lead early in that first half, and that was a failed alley-oop attempt. Who's they going to go off of? And they're still going to say Pistons ball. Bobby Portis Jr. coming into the game now for Antetokounmpo. And that is it. Asar Thompson. He's back over to Tobias Harris. Got 5 on the shot clock. Harris back over to Thompson. Thompson coming around the layup. That's no good, but Duran's going to get the offensive rebound. Back over to Thompson, over to Jaden Ivey. 9 on the shot clock. Ivey coming around. Trying to drive it. He will try to drive it to the hoop. He will get the points there. Jaden Ivey. And that is 11 for him. No, 13 for him. Kuzma coming around. 14 on the shot clock. Kuzma. That is good for Kyle Kuzma. He has 8 points in this game. First points of the second half here, under 4 to play. Lead is up to 8 for the Bucks. So they led by as many as 9. Pistons had an 8-point lead early in the first half. Ivy coming around the layup. That's good. Jaden Ivey. He has 15. As you see, Cole Anthony holding on to that one right now. 13 on the shot clock, 3.5 to play here in the third for the Bucks. Anthony coming around the layup. That's in there. Cole Anthony. He has 12 points. And they're over to Tobias Harris. Harris is going to go to the line shooting 2 as Bobby Portis Jr. called for his first personal foul. First team foul called against the Bucks in this quarter. Tobias Harris going to the line. Team still trailing by 8. I said Harris right now is at 11 points, and he's still stuck at 11 points as we got a slew of substitutions here. Kevin Porter Jr. is going to check into the game for Kyle Kuzma. He'll move to shooting guard. Trent Jr. is going to move to small forward. And Isaiah Stewart checking in now for Jalen Duren. He'll sink the second one. So he's at 12 points now. Portis Jr. His team up by 7 here. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Gary Trent Jr. feeds it back over to Portis Jr. Over to Cole Anthony. Portis Jr. And there's Trent Jr. for 3. That is no good. Tobias Harris coming down with the rebound. Harris feeding it over to Ivy. Back over to Tobias Harris here. Harris coming around. He's going to go to the line. And Turner will be called for the foul there. It'll be 2 free throws coming up for Tobias Harris. He sank 1 of 2 earlier. As I said, Harris with 12 points in this game. He's had 5 of them so far here in the second quarter. He'll sink the first one. As we have more substitutions as Anthony and Trent Jr. are going to go to the bench. Rollins and Prince checking into the game for the Bucks. And for the Pistons, let's see, we got Sasser and Thompson, or Robinson, I should say. Both free throws made. 14 points. As Portis Jr. will have the slam dunk there. Oh, Porter Jr., I should say. I believe that's 9 for him. And that shot is no good. Back over to Rollins, over to Portis Jr. now. Holding on to it right now. 2 minutes to play in the third. Porter Jr. He'll put the shot up. That's good. And the lead is up to 9, matching their largest lead. That is 11 now for Kevin Porter Jr. off the bench. And that's stolen by Taurean Prince. Prince feeding it over to Rollins. Rollins with the bucket. That's good. And the Bucks have their largest lead. 4 points for Ryan Rollins. The lead is up to 11, and I said their largest lead under a minute and a half to play here in the third. Karis LeVert into the game. His first action in the postseason coming back from injury. Will this be his only game as you see Isaiah Stewart with the bucket? His first points in the second half. He has 4. Over to Kevin Porter Jr. Jr. back over to Turner. Turner with the layup. That's good. Miles Turner. 7 points for him in this quarter. That's 11 for him. Under a minute to play here. 90-79. The Bucks on top. 13 on the shot clock. LeVert. That is no good. Turner coming down with the rebound. Feeds it over to Porter Jr. Or no, that's Portis Jr. Feeds it back over to... Oh, that was Porter Jr. Now it's Portis Jr. He's going to go to the line. Shooting 2. Tobias Harris called for his second personal foul. Bobby Portis Jr. going to go to the line, shooting 2. I think Portis Jr. had 6 points in that second quarter. And he'll have his first points in the third, and the lead is up to 12. Antetokounmpo checking back in. He's going to go to power forward, and I know Portis Jr. is going to move to center. Klintman checking back in. Same with Cunningham. Cunningham only had 2 points, and he misses that one right now in this quarter. Still has 34. LeVert coming around the layup. That's in there. and a lead down to 10. Four points for Caris LeVert. See over to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. He'll put the shot up. That's Klitman with the block. Over to Caris LeVert. LeVert back over to Cunningham. Shot clock is turned off. They will get the ball. They will inbound at the start. As you see, there's a shot. That's no good. Prince will come down with the rebound, and that will do it. We are at the end of the third quarter here. The Bucks leading at 91-81. They are 12 minutes away from sweeping the Pistons out of the playoffs. Will the Bucks be able to do it? We'll find out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel as we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter right after this. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here in Detroit. See Doc Rivers trying to tell his team, let's finish strong here. So we see Robinson inbounding it over to Cunningham. So it is Robinson, Cunningham. We'll see who's out on the court right now. Robinson, Cunningham. 10 on the shot clock. Cunningham, that's no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Taurean Prince. Over to Ryan Rollins. So we have Cunningham, LeVert, Stewart, Robinson, and Holland. That is your lineup set there. As I said, we have Rollins, Prince, Antetokounmpo, Porter Jr., and Portis Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. for three to start the fourth quarter. That's 14 for him. And Isaiah Stewart with the dunk. 6 points for him. 94-83. Yeah, I believe that was their largest lead, was 13 right there. For a second before that, as you see, Holland has it over to LeVert. Feeds it back over to Cunningham. He'll shoot the three. He'll drain the three. Cunningham. I believe he's now at 37 points. Feeds it back over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis. 5 on the shot clock. Layup, that's good. And the lead is up to double figures once again. 27 for him. So we got Caris LeVert. 14 on the shot clock. 9 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Isaiah Stewart. Stewart, he's going to go to the line and count it. I believe that is Portis Jr. That's his second personal foul. Isaiah Stewart with a chance for the three-point play. Stewart has 8 points in this game. He can make it 9 now. Giannis crossing the half-court line. 10 minutes to play here in the fourth. 96-89. Giannis, that shot is up. That's not going to fall in. Stewart coming down with the rebound. Over to Caris LeVert. Dishing it over to Cunningham. Cunningham. He's back over to Holland. Over to Robinson. Robinson to Stewart. Stewart back over to Holland. Holland over to LeVert. He'll shoot the three. He'll make the three. Caris LeVert. 7 points for him. And the Pistons Pistons within 4. Plenty of game to play here. 10 on the shot clock. Giannis. He's going to step out of bounds. Careless turnover by the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma checking back into the game for Taurean Prince. Anybody from the Pistons? Yeah, we'll see for the Pistons who's out on the court. So we'll have the Javonte Green checking into the game. Is that Javonte Green? Stewart, he'll shoot the three. No good. Yeah, no, it's Jalen Duren checking into the game now. Duren will get the slam dunk. I believe that is 4 for him in this game. And the Pistons within 2. Over 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. 15 on the shot clock. Kuzma holding on to it, being guarded by Duncan Robinson. Kuzma is going to get the screen. He'll feed it over to Portis Jr., over to Porter Jr. He'll shoot the three. He'll make the three. Oh, the Bucks really needed that one. Porter Jr. having a good game right now. Lead is up to 5 once again. They're up by 13. The Pistons had it within 2 for a second. LeVert coming around. Layup good. Caris LeVert. And I believe that is now 9 for him in this game. Having a solid first game back. Will it be enough? Portis Jr., he's going to go to the line. Shooting 1, or 2, I should say, here for Portis Jr. As I believe Durden is called for the foul there. That's his first personal foul. As Bobby Portis Jr. going to go to the line, and he will make the first one. So that's 8 for him in this game. Cole Anthony, I believe, checking back into the game. I know we had some substitutions there. And let's see, Ivy checks back in. Thompson, Harris. Portis Jr. will sink them, or Portis Jr. sinks them both. That's 9 for him in this game. Cunningham feeds it back, headed over to Harris, back over to Cunningham, over to Ivy, back over to Tobias Harris. 10 on the shot clock. Thompson, he'll shoot the 3. He'll miss the 3, but Durham will get the offensive rebound. Over to Ivy, he'll shoot the 3. Pistons within 2. Jaden Ivey with 18 points in this game. Feeds it back over to Gary Trent Jr. Trent Jr., he almost lost it for a second. Feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. Giannis feeds it back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. He'll make the 3. Ooh, Kyle Kuzma. Timeout called. And we're going to take one as well. 6:53 to play in the 4th. 5-point lead for Milwaukee. Coming out of the timeout, let's see here. Miles Turner will check back in for the Bucks. I believe that is it for any substitutions. And as of right now, at the time of the recording of this game, the New York Knicks actually came back and defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first game of the real-life Eastern Conference Finals game. First time in history, as you see, Cunningham will shoot the 3. He'll make the 3. I believe that's 40 for him. Oh, he's got to be over 40 now. Get it over to Cole Anthony. He's back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Cunningham coming down with the rebound. But as I mentioned earlier, in real life, it's the first time in history that both game ones of both conference final series went to overtime. Very insane there. By the time this game comes out, we should be at game 2, I think, of the Western Conference semifinals here. Cunningham will shoot the 3. That's no good. And Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebounds. We're over halfway through the 4th quarter here. 104-102. Kuzma with the slam dunk. Look at that. The Bucks are shooting 64%. The Pistons at 57%. Gives it over to Cunningham. Cunningham, he'll shoot from inside. That's no good. Turner coming down with the rebound. Said the Pistons twice got to within 2. There's a shot. That's no good. Duran coming down with the rebound. Feeds it over to Ivy. Back over to Thompson. Asar Thompson. Feeds it back over to Jaden Ivey. He'll shoot the 3. He'll make the 3. Pistons within 1. Woo, man. That is 21 for Jaden Ivey. By the way, you see Cole Anthony. Feeds it over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3, and that's in and out. Chance for the Pistons to retake the lead. Pistons finding it over to Cunningham. Cunningham back over to Tobias Harris. Harris feeding it over to Cunningham. Cunningham for the lead. He indeed gives them the lead. He now, I believe, has 40 in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we'll check the unofficial stats here, and there is a 3-second violation called against the Pistons. Things are starting to go bad, the worse for the Bucks. Momentum here in Detroit. Gives it over to Tobias Harris, back over to Cunningham. And that is going to be a reach-in foul called against Giannis. His first personal foul, second team foul. Is it over to Cunningham? He's going to go to the line as Cole Anthony called for his second personal foul. Ooh, I am getting all these stats wrong here. Actually, jotting down on the wrong player, so I'm going to have to go back to looking at when I'm going to see it here. But either way, Cade Cunningham is at the line to try to give his team an extra possession lead, and no, he'll miss that one. So, I mean, either way, it still would have been a one-possession game as we're down to the game's final 4 minutes. We have yet to have an overtime game, by the way, in my season playthrough, or playoffs at least. We had about 3 or 4 of them. Cunningham will sink that one. Giannis. He's going to come around. Oh, he should have just taken the layup there, as that's stolen by Ivy. Ivy coming around, and he's going to lose it, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that will be Bucks ball. Fresh set of shot clock there. 3:45 to play here in the fourth. It's a 2-point lead for the Pistons. They were down by as many as 13 here in the fourth quarter, and we have a timeout called by the Bucks. We're going to take one as well, 108-106. Pistons on top. No lineup changes coming out of this timeout here with 3:40 to play. Still a 2-point lead for the Pistons, I should say. Looking to try to send this game to a series to a Game 5 in Milwaukee. The Bucks want to try to sweep them out. They become the first team to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Cole Anthony feeds it over to Giannis. We have 10 on the shot clock. Giannis coming around. And he'll miss that slam dunk. Cunningham coming down with it. Feeds it over to that was Thompson. Thompson with the slam dunk. Worthy enough for the AT&T Connected Cam. AT&T, a proud sponsor of NBA 2K26. Kuzma feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. Feeds it back over to Gary Trent Jr. Giannis, 3 minutes to play. Giannis, he'll hit the slam dunk this time. 29 points for Giannis. 26 of those in the paint. Over to Cade Cunningham, feeds it back over to Jaden Ivey. Ivey feeds it back over to Duran. Duran back over to Cunningham. 5 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock now. Cunningham, he's going to put the shot up. That is in and out off the back iron. Turner, chance for the Bucks to come back and maybe tie this game or retake the lead. Cole Anthony, feeds it back over to... There's Antetokounmpo now. 8 on the shot clock. Giannis coming around, drives it, slams dunk. We are tied at 110. 31 for Giannis. 2:05 to play here in the fourth. Cunningham, he puts a shot up. That's no good. Under 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. We are tied at 110. Feeds it over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo with the layup. That's good. 6 straight points by Giannis. He has 33. Bucks on top by 2 once again. Cunningham feeds it back over to Jaden Ivey. Back over to Tobias Harris. Back to Harris. Thompson did have it for a second, but you see Cade Cunningham with a shot. That's no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Cole Anthony. Anthony with a jumper. That's no good. Jalen Duren coming down with the rebound here. Minute 22 to play in the fourth. Ivy, he's going to go to the line as Gary Trent Jr. called for his first personal foul. That's the 14th foul called against the Bucks. Jaden Ivey, as I said, I believe he now has 21 in this game. Come alive in the second half. 2 huge free throws coming up. He'll miss the first one. We'll be back in the Western Conference in the next video here. We'll have Game 5 between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. That series tied at 2. Ivy will sink the second one. That's 22 points for him. The Bucks leading it by 1. At 18 on the shot clock. Giannis coming around with the slam dunk. He has scored the Bucks' last 8 points. That's 35 for him in this game. Bucks leading it by 3. It's still a one-possession game. Ivy, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Turner coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. Feeds it back to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Harris coming down with the rebound. 45 seconds to play in the fourth. And there, Thompson over to Ivy. Jaden Ivey for 3 in the tie. No good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. He almost went coast to coast there, but he missed it. Tobias Harris with it. The Pistons still have 2 timeouts. Cunningham. 20 on the shot clock. Cunningham with the layup. That's good. 114-113. Kuzma over to Cole Anthony, and he has been fouled. Cade Cunningham, 45 points. That is a franchise record. He actually had 41. The 41-point performance he had, I believe, in Game 1 against the Knicks in Game 1. That was the 4th best, or at that point, the 3rd best. Antetokounmpo, he is fouled, and Harris, that's his 3rd personal foul, and 13th foul as Antetokounmpo is going to go to the line, shooting 2. 35 points for him. He has scored the last 8 points, by the way, for the Bucks. It was a 4-point lead for the Pistons. Credit to the Pistons, though. They did not give up in this game. They're still in it, though. Cade Cunningham, big reason why they were in it. And the first one is missed. That is huge. Because even if he makes this one, the Pistons still have a shot to at least take the lead late in this in the waning seconds with a 3. And he will sink the second one. Timeout called by the Pistons. They have 1 left. 115-113, 15.6 to play in the fourth. We're going to take a timeout. Coming out of timeout here. This is going to be a huge possession coming up for the Pistons. They can tie this game and send this game into an overtime, which we have not had an overtime yet in these playoffs, or they can hit the 3 and take the lead. Ivy, he's holding on to it right now. As I said, the shot clock is turned off. You see the fans coming around. Jaden Ivey dishing over to Cunningham. Cunningham, and he gets a piece of it. He'll miss it. And that's going to do it. The Bucks are going to survive. They will sweep the Detroit Pistons and become the first team to advance to the conference finals. Milwaukee, not without a big effort by Detroit here in game number 4. But the Milwaukee Bucks will walk away 115-113 winners. They will await the winner of the Atlanta Hawks in the Orlando Magic series, I should say. That series is tied at 2. Oh, man, this is probably one of my best calls I have made. We got post-game player statistics coming up right after we see who the actual player of the game is. Not surprising there, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He scored the last 9 points for the Bucks, actually. 36 points total for him. It is time for the post-game player statistics brought to you by 2K Sports. And for the final time in my season playthrough, we will look at the Detroit Pistons here. Cade Cunningham, 45 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Big part of the reason why I think the Pistons had a shot to win this game at one point. But it wasn't meant to be. Jaden Ivey, 22 points, 4 assists, and a steal. Then we have Tobias Harris, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Karis LeVert off the bench in his only game in this postseason, 9 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and a steal. Isaiah Stewart also 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. Asar Thompson with 8 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Jalen Duren, 4 points, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Bobby Klintman had 2 points, 2 assists, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Marcus Sasser, no stats except for if you want to call that turnover in 5 minutes of play. Duncan Robinson, only 2 assists off the bench. Paul Reed, no stats in 1 minute of play. Ron Holland had an assist and a steal in 4 minutes of play. Chaz Lanier, Javonte Green did not play. I thought it was Javonte Green came in for a second, but I was wrong. And that is the last time we'll look at the Detroit Pistons stats. And now for the victorious Milwaukee Bucks, the player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 36 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, and 4 blocks. Kyle Kuzma, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Kevin Porter Jr., 15 points, 3 assists. We got Cole Anthony with 12 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Miles Turner with 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block. And then we have Bobby Portis Jr. with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Gary Trent Jr., 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Then we got Taurean Prince with 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Ryan Rollins with 4 points and a rebound. Tyler Smith, no stats in 3 minutes of play. Same with Chris Livingston in 1 minute of play. Jericho Sims also no points in 1 minute of play. Andre Jackson Jr., AJ Green, Amir Coffey did not play for the Milwaukee Bucks. And that will do it for your post-game player statistics for this series. It is now down to a best-of-3 between the Houston Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The road team has won every game in this series so far, with the Rockets taking the first 2 games at OKC, and the Thunder taking the 2 games in Houston. Series shifts back to OKC for Game 5. Can the Rockets get back on track and continue the trend of the road team winning, or will the Thunder win 3 in a row to take a 3 games to 2 series lead and be on the verge of moving to the Western Conference Finals? We have Game 4, Rockets, Thunder, be there or be squared. If you enjoy what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button, comment on this video, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do pop up. And also, if you are inclined to support me financially, there is a link in the description down below to my Cash App, as well as where you can follow me on X and Instagram. And that will do it. And we're reminding you guys, the final score of the game, the Milwaukee Bucks complete the sweep of the Detroit Pistons, who are game for this Game 4. The final score, 115-113. The Bucks, the first team to punch their ticket to the conference semifinals. And with that, I am vdubproductions, and I am signing off.